So this is the first of three projects in the Super Starter Kit by Elegoo, which uses the Z4HC595 shift register. So we have our 8 LEDs, and I'll show you what it does in a bit. But we need the doesn't really help with all these lights, LEDs blaring. Also using 330 ohm resistors instead of 220. Instead to make that change. So here is the shift register. So holds with its type of chip, which can hold pretty much 8 memory locations. They can be set to a 1 or a 0 binary. And now to set each of these values, we use 2 types of pins on either side, data and clock bits. So this guy would focus up. See that? We have, I think, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you have 8 pins. So one side is clock and one side is data. The Uno sends pulses to the clock pins every set amount of time, and depending on the pulse, if the data pin is high, then it becomes a 1 for each latch pin, or it's pretty confusing, but essentially its use is for, see how there's only 12 pins for the Uno? Well, while I can have these 8 LEDs, if I wanted to add, say, an LCD screen, I wouldn't have enough pins. So it's just a bit problematic. So this thing comes to the rescue, and it only uses up 3 pins for the latch pin, the data pin, and the clock pin. And yeah, I was just reading off of what they tell you in Elegoo. It's some pretty complex stuff. Well, probably not, but complex for me. A neophyte in the world of electronics, or electronic design, or whatever it's called. So, clock pin needs to receive 8 pulses, blah blah blah. So you could probably have read that. So let's look at the code. So first we set pins. So that's what the time delay is. That's, I guess, set variables. Let's change that a little bit. Make that a bit more correct. Latch pin is 11, and that's just reflecting this. So by LED, that's another one. Making the LEDs the bytes. And then we have the void shift register, which is like a function. And what it does is sets latch pin to low, and then it uses the shift out, which takes data from the data pin, clock pin, and LSB first. And LSB first means what bit we are using first. So since we're using the rightmost and relative to this guy, we use the least significant bit, or LSB. Set it to high, and then the void setup. We just set pin mode. Pretty simple. Void loop. First we turn all LEDs off. Then we update shift register. So we do this thing that we've written out. We do a delay, and that's just that variable right there. Create a for loop, and you see there's 8 for each of the 8 bits or data things or whatever. It is a bit more advanced than my understanding. I don't know all the words, what they all mean. Bit set, blah blah blah. So here's it in action. Plug that guy in. And look at that. Pretty nice. Look at that. Who needs an RGB LED? And we got this. Get rid of this, and we have get rid of these yellow ones, and we have pretty much as a RGB LED because of red, green, blue. Yeah. Pretty Nice. So, there we go.